Joining in now to talk more about what we've seen so far in 2024 is Amit Ramchandani, CEO of Investment Banking at Motilal Oswal FinancialServices, from the sidelines of the annual India Ideation Conference. Thank you very much for joining in. Amit, first lay out the numbers for us. 2024, in terms of the kind of fundraise that we've seen across categories and how it compares with the past.
Morning, Son. It's good to be there. So 24 has been a great year. So far, we have seen the highest number of issuances come through ever for our markets. Compared to 23, where we saw about 57 IPOs this year in the calendar 24, we are already at about 80, and we should close the number with 90. Even for a full year, last year we ended up doing maybe about 79 IPOs. This year we are likely to look at maybe about 120 odd IPOs, right? So the fundraising has been at its high. Overall, if we look at QIPs plus IPOs put together, we are 3x of where we were last year. So last year we saw about 107 lakh crores being raised, right? Today, we already crossed 3 lakh crores. So from 1 lakh 7,000 crores to 3 lakh crores, it's almost a 3x that we are seeing. The other important trends that we see in the markets today, the average sizes of the IPOs have gone up. So previously we used to maybe do about 840, 850 as an average size of an IPO. Today we are in excess of 2,000 crores. The sizes, as you mentioned, have gone up significantly in some of the larger ones. So this year we would have done maybe 8 QIPs which are over 5,000 crores, 8 IPOs which are over 5,000 crores. So 16 deals over 5,000 crores. Compared to that, last year we saw no IPO at all which was over 5,000 crores. Mankind was the only one that probably touched 4,300, 400 crores last year, right? Even in terms of QIPs, this year we have seen larger deals like Varun Beverages, Vedanta, right? Last year we just probably had 1 or 2 QIPs over 5,000.
Okay, all right. So that has been a big surge of inflows both in QIPs and IPOs this year. Amit, is there any specific sector which is seeing a lot of flow? And these IPOs, are they mostly offer for sale, or we are seeing real money getting into the company as well?
So I would say while a lot of IPOs have seen offer for sale component, but there has been good amount of primary fundraising as well. QIPs, as you know, are all primary. Despite corporates having deleveraged balance sheets, I think they have taken up equity route to do their expansions. So while IPOs are still largely OFSs where we see exits from private equities, QIPs have been purely for either repayment of debt or for expansion.
So Amit, I think you said IPO
in
plus
terms of
QIP.
Sectors,
Go ahead.
No, please.
No, give us the sectoral color.
Yeah. No, so in terms of sectors, I think we have seen manufacturing do extremely well, right? So whether it is defense, EMS, or some of the other industrials, the fundraising has picked up significantly. In fact, this is probably the largest change that we have seen sectorally, right? Digital and tech-led stories, new age stories have also picked up. This is probably the first year where we are seeing a lot of unique models get listed, and there has been good investor appetite from those as well.
Just one clarification.
Discretionary consumption is the other sector where, yeah.
Okay, so we've seen a pickup in manufacturing-related themes, tech-led digital, new age platforms, and the third one is discretionary consumption. Right, these are the three not emerging, but these are the pockets which have dominated the fundraise this year. Fair enough. You said QIP plus IPO is 3 lakh crore in terms of a fundraise. Is that the number?
Yeah, so I think till date we would have done maybe about 2,95,000 crores. With 15 days still to go, we should easily touch that 3 lakh crore mark.
And is it possible to bifurcate this 3 lakh crore into how much was raised via IPO, how much via QIP? And in IPO, Is it possible to give us a breakup of offer for sale and fresh issuance, if you have it?
Sure. So, in terms of IPOs, I think we would have done about 1,70,000 crores this year compared to maybe about 49,000 crores last year. So that's clearly more than 3x in terms of the IPOs itself, right? In terms of QIPs, we would have done in number about 45 last year. This year we should be doing about 85 QIPs that have already been done. Again, with the year end, we should probably reach that 90 number. So there also number-wise issuances have doubled. In terms of size, last year I think we ended up doing about 58,000 crores in terms of raise through QIPs. This year that number is already at about 1,22,000 crores. So again a 2x kind of raise. So clearly, whether it is average size or the total amount of issuances, there is a uptick in both.
Oh.
In terms of breakup between QIPs are all primary. So in terms of OFSs and IPOs, right? Roughly the breakup should be 70-30. Don't have the exact numbers, but our sense is 70% OFS and 30% primary raise.
Okay, Amit, last question before we let you go. What do you think would the pipeline look like in 2025? And any specific sectors that could see the most amount of fundraise?
So I think in terms of pipeline continues to be extremely good. We don't see this number coming down. In fact, we should see about 20-30% increase in the total fundraise. QIPs, while this year we've seen a lot of them, next year maybe you will see corporates raising a bit less because whatever has been raised this year needs to be deployed. And I think the number of issuances that we have seen in manufacturing, infrastructure, EMS, defense, and tech-led themes should continue to dominate. Financials is one sector where we haven't seen too much capital being raised. In the previous years, about 35 to 40% of the primary raises have been financials. So we expect with reducing interest rates and credit quality sort of improving, we expect the financials to also raise money.
What was the amount picked up by financial services in 2024 versus historical levels of 35-40%?
So again, I don't have the exact numbers, but I would say it would be less than 20% for this year.
Any other themes or any other sectors where we've seen less fundraising, like financials is one? Anything else that comes to your mind?
Yeah. Not particularly. I would say maybe discretionary consumption has picked up now, but staples and other consumers other consumption sectors are yet to pick up.
Okay, all right. Amit, thank you so much for joining us with that insightful chat and telling us what the trends are looking like when it comes to fundraise via IPOs or via QIPs as well. That's the word coming in from Motilal Oswal Financial Services.